So hello and welcome to MCL Season 2 Round 4 here at Donington Park, my home Grand Prix on this game. Up in, well, it's not Derbyshire, it should be, it's the entrance is Derbyshire. I can't actually remember which county it's in, but here as always joined by VTR.
Yeah, looking forward to today. We've got a cloudy qualifying, so still no rain. We've had a wet qualifying this season, but no wet races yet. So we're still waiting for one of those. But the first man out of the box is Shea, and very followed closely behind is Craig, his championship rival, sitting closely 15 points behind. So they've got 4 minutes 30. They will be able to get 3 laps around here. So all the best. It'll be interesting. He's going to be doing some corner cutting antics. And Shea straight on. Craig straight on. Not surprising. Someone's staying on the track.
Oh, there's lots of corner cutting going on between Shea and Craig. So it's cloudy conditions now. With it being in Britain and Donington Park in BSB usually provides some wet races, so hopefully we can get a wet race, because we've had a wet quali, we've had a wet sprint last season, not a wet Grand Prix yet. And
yeah, just noticed that the two Yamaha riders are following each other as well on track.
So 15 points separate Shea and Craig after last week.
Oh, two people have crashed on the out lap. That might be from corner cutting. But Nelson's just gone flying off at the Melbourne hairpin. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but that was...
Yeah, Nelson has a much improved bike for this weekend after... he said in the Discord he was struggling, so I asked what setup he was running, and I saw it and called him a moron. Give him some suggestions, and in a very crazy fashion he has gained time. I'm not sure how much, but expect Nelson to be a bit stronger than normal, and hopefully that won't mean that he has to pull out some outrageous manoeuvres like he did last week. But there's Nelson all over. But Shea currently a very clean opening lap, going through the McLean section now.
Yeah, I'm just watching his championship rival right now, and it's also looked not too bad so far. So
into Coppers, blind entry, running out to the curb, waiting to plant the gas. You go all over the bumps, right at the device activated now, coming down towards the Fogarty S's underneath where the Dunlop Bridge would be if it hadn't been removed. Change direction, and that's an invalid lap. Fogarty S is very easy to invalidate.
Yeah, Craig's taking it very tentatively into the chicane, but he has kept it valid. So, and remember, as we say, getting a lap on the board is very important, and a man that's not so good at doing that is Jack Berman, and unsurprisingly, he's already invalidated his first lap. So, again, more struggles in qualifying for Jack, and I know he despises these 5-minute qualifying sessions.
Something he's got to work on.
And he's absolutely slammed over the chicane, and he's going to be behind the min one now, who is on a lap that's also invalid. And Jack now stopping. Min was waiting for him to go through.
So Craig sets the benchmark 22-1. Howling and Aaron 7/10 off. Finley goes into second. You got Boosters and Q Gamer coming up. Don't quite know what Boosted is. Boosters behind Q Gamer. So Q Gamer round Goddard up to the line. Trackers really should go to 5th, as he's just driven straight into the wall on my screen.
I think Howling's... wait, I think the
and
whole lobby's crashed. I think the whole lobby's crashed.
Because the timing's... Yeah.
Yep, the whole lobby is just binned.
Safe.
I'm not entirely sure what's... Well, that's not... I mean, what do we do from there?
Just go again. Just go again, but everyone who set a lap keeps their lap before.
Okay.
It's what we've done before, so...
Yep.
Another 5 minutes, but, you know... So Craig will keep his 22-1. Aaron and Howland will keep their 22-8s.
That was... weird.
This also does mean that goes to... is he wildcarding for this weekend, or is he officially in part of the...
Who, Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be a wild card for this season, as it's a full grid, and he'll be wild carding when he can.
Yeah, so he joined very late.
Yeah, he's been given a lifeline.
Yep. The game went, you know what, this guy, he turned up late, but he's a wild card. It's his first time. We'll let him off. We'll give him a chance. So the likes of Shea have been given a bit of a lifeline there and Jack, because they messed up their first laps.
Bizarre. Don't only see lobby crashes like that, and that wasn't down to lag. That was just the game going, nope, we're gonna crash on you. But yeah, bizarre. That doesn't happen often. It only happens only when your internet decides to do its things.
Yeah.
Some people are restarting their games. Some people are having problems. It's wait for everyone to join. And I will put this. What should we do for weather? Because obviously that's cloudy, but obviously if we put it on cloudy, that means the sprint will be cloudy. We'll have to restart the whole lobby for the sprint then as well. I'll put it on cloudy.
Put it on cloudy, then restart the race.
Yeah. Well, they've all got another chance. So for those that invalidated their first lap, they've been given another chance. Potentially another 2 chances, depending on how far they're through their lap. Yeah, bizarre start. If we just wait for Craig and Finley to join, and then we'll try again. Finley just needs him to join, and we'll get going again. Finley is, I don't know if Finley's restarting his game, but Q needs to join as well. Wait, did Finley join? No, he hasn't joined yet. I didn't invite Q. And Q's in, so just Finley. Taking a very long time. I know he's on PS4, but it's definitely taken a while. And he's in. So a 10-minute delay to the start of today, not ideal. We've not had many delaying problems in recent time, fortunately, so it's been quite nice to avoid those problems, but we're ready to go again.
Yep.
Let's see who can set pole position lap time. Based on what I've seen this week, I've not seen loads because I've not been really a tracker I prefer so much. I've not been as involved, but I think Craig has a slight edge over people, but it is relatively close at the front. So this is a run that Craig needs to gain back points on his rivals today.
So let's see what happens on the second round of qualifying. It's like a Q2 session, this.
Yep. A weird crash, but these things can happen. So, another 5 minutes kicked off once again. Who will be the first out the box this time? Wouldn't be surprising if it's Shay and Craig again. And yep,
it is
it's
Howling.
Shay and Howling. So those two are the first two out this time. Followed closely by Craig and Nelson, and I see Aaron as well in the background.
So what this also does mean is that Craig, Howling and Aaron on they'll have 3 laps, depending on when they come out the box and stuff. But it does mean that they no longer have to be careful of getting a banker lap because they are the ones who have done it.
Yeah, that is very true. And the last two at the box are Jack and Amir, but they will still get 3 laps as long as they don't do anything ridiculously stupid. And Aaron's already crashed. So, not a great start for the Aprilia man, but he'll remount, and because you're almost guaranteed to get 3 laps in, you don't really want to get caught up in traffic. Obviously, being at the front's going to be better, because you're obviously not going to be in traffic no matter what, more or less, but is weighting up a little bit more to go even further back better to not get caught up in this massive traffic jam, because you see all these riders now in the middle of the track, and You know, if someone crashes, then you're guaranteed to be behind someone or someone interrupt your lap due to yellow flag. So I think here, Amir and Ghost KDR at the back here on the VR46 Ducatis, I think they're in the best position here because they're still going to get 3 laps, but they're right at the back here where they shouldn't get affected by as many yellow flags.
Craig giving Howling a perfect tow here. He slowed right up outside the Melbourne loop. And yeah, Howling's now got a perfect marker in Craig. But let's see now if
Someone
Shay...
at turn 1, did someone leave the pit at late?
Maybe.
Oh, it's Shay, sorry.
Yeah,
My bad.
So Shay down through Craner Curves and Hollywood. Crossing the first sector point now. Yeah, installed hairpin. Again, nice opening sector, just like it was before. But it all went wrong with the fog. Yes, a little bit wide at Schwantz curb, but onto the curb as well. It's a nice tidy opening lap. 22.1, I'll get the exact time up. But Craig, Howling and Aaron will be able to go fast as previously mentioned.
And
Craig Craig's down.
Ghost KDR's crashed as well.
Howling's laps have been invalidated due to the crash of Craig. Shay this time makes it through.
Something I've noticed, Ghost KDR is using Digi Antonio.
Oh, interesting. See if that works out for him. But so Shay has got 122.138 to beat. He comes to the line. It's a 121.752. So that is pole position for now.
Yeah, that's not a bad lap. I think that's going to be a difficult lap to beat. You know, obviously I think there's probably more in it, but that's definitely a very solid banker lap.
And Finley goes faster than he did before. Nelson sets the time. Aaron goes even faster as well. Minmon goes 5th. Where's Ghost on here? I can't find him.
Yeah, he's crashed on his lap, so his lap's done.
Okay.
Let's see if Jack can finally set a qualifying lap. He's not been able to set one so far this season. Considering that he's, what, 3rd in the championship, he'll be dying to set one soon.
Howling's Yamaha looks a bit unset. Oh, when he just about clipped the grass there. Or maybe just didn't, it was very close. No green paint here, so track limit shouldn't really be a problem because the track, well, if you run wide...
track limits are going to happen at the S's in the chicane. Yeah. When people just cut across it by making a mistake. If you
exceed limits here or cut corners, you're going to lose the...
Oh my, there's a bike! I think that's Nelson's bike, and Jackson validated again. Nelson's bike has just gone absolutely flying in the air. I don't know how he's made that possible, but it's gone right up in the air, and Minimon's flown past him.
Howling up to the line, and he goes into 3rd place.
Ooh,
Craig goes into
close.
2nd.
Didn't see that.
Minimon up to the line, he doesn't improve. Nelson's down again, where's Ghost? He'll be on for an improvement surely. Hard on the brakes for the rider who's using Digia.
A little bit of a mistake at the final corner.
Something tells me he hasn't done a lot of Donington Park.
Yeah, no he hasn't, but he goes up to 7th.
And that session over, so Nelson's not going to get, well he did get a lap in. Amir's down. So, right, so Jack, it's full super pole mode for Jack Berman now as well as boosted. Shay's lost his lap in the 2nd sector, we'll see if he can regain it in the 3rd. Finley's on an improvement as well.
We'll restart the lobby anyway, so admit he forgot a 3-second penalty for pit lane going too fast into the pits.
Ghost is down.
Crash.
The session was over anyway.
Yeah, I thought he crashed at the S's because I saw someone's like load of dirt, but there's someone going across it.
Finley and Craig are improving. Can Craig find the time in the final? He's completely blown the final corner of Goddard, and Finley's blowing it as well. Followed him.
Yeah, but Jack, he's kept his lap going, and he's just got the final corner now. And can Jack get onto the front row and overtake his brother? All he needs is in the 21s. Yeah, but he does.
Goes into 3rd. And I think we're not going to have to bother changing any lap times round.
Lap times for the last session will not matter. I'm checking now. Oh, let me just accept these results. You can read them out.
Yeah, everyone improved anyway. So, Shea is on pole, ahead of Craig in second, and Jack Bowman in third. So 1, 2, 3 in the championship, or 1, 2, 3 on the grid. Finley is fourth, Howling's fifth, Aaron sixth, Nelson seventh, Ghost eighth, Q-Gamer ninth, Mimon 10th, and then Boosted and Amir failing to set a lap time during that session.
Yep, but we'll restart now. Obviously, the weather won't matter what happens here because it's obviously set to cloudy, so we'll still be variable for the sprint race.
If it is wet, we have had a history of wet weather here at this track. We had a flag to flag, and I remember the rerun of the flag to flag when it turned dry was chaotic because I think everybody was so surprised the amount of grip that was on offer. Everyone just lost their markers. And then we had a full wet race one year, which was absolute chaos from what I remember. There was just, I think it was only Platt and maybe UVTR who stayed on. Everybody else was crashing all over the place.
Yep. Last time we was here, I believe it was one of the rounds in that season where I didn't take pole position, but I did go on to win the race, or the sprint race at least, one of the two. As we will quit the session. So only 2 people not setting laps there. We put the rover back to variable, and we'll set the grid now. So let's put Amir all the way from the opposite end. So yeah, Amir in 12th, boosted 11th. Right, we're ready to go.
Let's see what the weather gives us.
Yep.
It's cloudy again.
No, cloudy again. So, more rain escaped. It's surprising around a track like Donington.
Yep. It's in Britain, in the Midlands, so... One thing I do wish in this game is you did have the airplanes going over like you do in real life, but... don't think to go that into it, unfortunately. So Shea, currently the only rider to finish on the podium in every single race. He's had 4 first places, a second and a third. Craig would be in the same boat, but he did have a nightmare of a main race at Assen.
Yep. See if we can get a new race winner in the sprint race or the main race.
Yeah, so far it's Shea, Craig and Finley are your winners.
Yep. I mean, if anyone's going to win it, you'd think it'd be Jack.
Yeah.
Someone who hasn't won yet. Saying that, I think Amir's a good shot for the main race. I mean, he's qualified last, which isn't a great start, but we know he likes to get amazing starts and in the main race because he sometimes just performs his magic. Right, just waiting for Finley. And we're ready to go. And we are ready. So, let's see what happens in this sprint race. It's 8 laps and 15 laps for the main. But let's see what happens here with the top 3 in the championship on the front row.
So I think this will also be Shea's home round from what I'm aware of. Given he's close to Mallory, so that would make me feel like this is home round for him as well. But Doesn't matter anyway, the lights are on. Through Donington Park, and we are away. And I don't think she got the fastest reaction times there. We got to do some much with Jack Berman. Jack Berman, it's not very often the Berman brothers get good starts, but Jack sends up the inside into Redgate, but he's going to run wide. A little bit of contact. They're all filing through. Rich Shea who leads. Jack second, Craig third, and Finley fourth. So all the GP24 the 324 Ducatis.
Oh my God, no!
Doing well.
Bumped out by a mirror there.
As we now rise up the hill. Bushfont's curve.
Whoa,
whoa, that's someone nearly wide onto the grass. Boosted in the top 5.
Wow.
Good start by the American. You got Jack Berman and Craig going side by side into Coffees. Craig goes up the inside.
Oh, and Arrow's off the front.
Oh.
At turn 8.
Very easily, very easy to do.
One.
But Craig has made
now this chicane is going to be the big mess.
Yeah. The front 4 locked together.
Oh, and Mir's completely blown it, and he's just absolutely annihilated Q Gamer. That is really bad.
Oh, Jack sent it on Craig into the Melbourne loop. He's lost the front, but he's held it. Oh, Boost is down as well. Aaron's gone down as well.
I need to see if Amir gets a long lap because he just absolutely annihilated Q Gamer that happened. And yeah, he has been given a 3-second
So far, Shea, apart from the first corner, Shea's had a lap to breathe, and Jack's attack on Craig has just allowed Shea to open up 0.6 of a second.
Wow, what an entertaining start here, and lots of chaos. Goes KDR on his debut race so far, and he's up to 5th place.
Craig already gaining a 10th back in the first sector. And the gap's just started to string out between the top 4.
And Nelson just made his way into the top 5.
That's Nelson with the setup changes, I reckon. Oh no!
No, that's so bad. He just fully accelerated into him. That's going to be worthy of it. He's going to get a long lap, but he deserves another. I can't even give long laps. I can't give 3-second penalties. That was horrendous. That was really, really bad.
The VR4 is the Ducatis causing chaos.
That was not on from Ghost KDR there. He just fully accelerated into Nelson.
Yeah, you can just, really I can tell Ghost hasn't done any practice for this circuit because his markers are all over the place.
Yeah, but I don't even think that was a matter of him not knowing the track. Yeah, he just fully punted him. He accelerated after he started braking.
Yeah, he sent Nelson into the East Midlands Airport, and Howling. He's lost the front. Howling moves past Amir to move into 5th place, but Amir gets him on the cutback. Craig with the fastest lap of the race. Howling up the inside into Redgate. Amir's leaning. He continues to lean. He's not wanting to give Howling any space, and Howling's ended up on the grass because of that. Amir does have a long lap penalty anyway
because he's having such a good ride, and he just got absolutely clattered. Meanwhile,
Craig chipping away 10th by 10th.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Shea, I wouldn't say Shea's been slow here, but I want to say Craig probably is more, not more consistency, but he looks like he might have an edge in some parts. And no, Shea's in the gravel, he's in the grass.
And Craig nearly followed him.
Big mistake. Down to 3rd.
Big mistake by the championship leader, and Craig inherits the lead of the race. Let's see, can Shea attack Jack into the fog? Yes, no, he can't. He's got to set up. He's blown the fog yes as well. And that's a challenge warning.
I remember Shea saying earlier this week he would take a podium today because he knew this track isn't one of his strong points, and he's on that right now, but he was leading the race.
Oh, Nelson's down again.
Yeah, it's going really bad from now, and it's so unfortunate because he got absolutely, well, I don't think words can describe what happened to him.
So we've seen in sprints gone by, when you give Craig a little bit of a margin to set onto his own rhythm out front, he can clear off in sprints.
So Jack
have anything to say about that?
Yeah, Jack's only half a second away.
Yeah, every race Jack's finished, he's either been 2nd or 3rd. So
yeah, apart from one.
Apart from the Grand Prix at Assen.
So he looks like he could continue this on.
If you can't win, you got to finish 2nd or 3rd if you can. Finley just looks like he's missing a tiny bit of feeling compared to the others. He's not slow by any means, but it just seems like he's missing a 10th or so compared to the other 3.
I think Craig made a little bit of a mistake there, it looked like. I mean, he gained time on the exit of the corner again, so he's fine, but it looked like he ran a little bit wide on entry. And Mir's fighting with Howlin now as well.
Howling game past the Italian after their little duel.
We tried to set that up, but he messed up the exit of it.
So it's, to me, what I can tell, Jack's a bit stronger on entry, but Craig's stronger on exit, so just got to wait and see how this all pans out. Jack's able to take the tighter lines in and faster lines in, but Craig's just powering at the GP24.
Wide, he's on the grass. Oh, he's tapped the grass on the exit of the final corner. Lucky not to go down, but he saved it well.
Stage over, going into red gate again. Howland this time doesn't send it into turn 1.
Oh, and Aaron's down again, so the man who currently sits 4th place in the championship, having a great start to the campaign so far, he's down in 11th place this race, not going so swimmingly for him.
Nearly side by side with Howling and Amir through Hollywood, and now crane occurs. Let's see, Howland's going to do the cutback, the hold hairpin, but I just think he's not got the line right. So he's going to turn underneath him here, up towards McLean's. He's used the grass and he's somehow... he's danced with... There he was. He's picked up 3 warnings there for touching the grass or the green paint.
Oh,
and that goes really wide, and Q-Game has gone through in the background there. Meanwhile, Craig's managed to pull out a few tenths on Jack, as we've already started the second half of this race.
Nelson's only half a second behind Ghost KDR again, and I can tell he's probably going to want some revenge after that.
Yeah, Nelson...
So I'm going to be watching this because...
Nelson isn't too afraid of contact.
Oh, and no, never mind, because he's lost the front at the S's anyway, Ghost KDR, clipping the grass on the inside.
So 3 laps to go. There's a battle with between the Aprilias. Aaron and Boosted for 10th place. Oh, and Aaron onto the grass. I think you just tell Aaron's... He says just not quite with it.
Yeah, he doesn't like Donington too much, so I think that might be part of the problem.
I think it'd be his own race as well. What?
Yeah.
If his accent has anything to say about it anyway.
Here comes Howland though. He sends it up the inside of Amir at turn 7.
And he's through. That's moving McLean's, but let's see, can Amir turn it underneath him into copy, so is Howling able to use the M1 to his advantage? Yes, he does now. Let's see if Howling can finally hold on to 5th place.
The gaps at the front are really stagnant. They're not moving at all. They're very similar for the last 2 or 3 laps.
Ghost is down again. We'll see Howling this season. He's taken the form from Catalonia at the end of last season, and Amir's lost the front of Melbourne loop.
Jack almost crashed at the final corner there. I think he might have almost clipped the grass on entry. I don't think he did, but he was extremely close.
Howling this season.
Shea has taken the fastest lap of the race, by the way, and he is reeling in Jack, only 3 attempts behind him now.
I was going to say, Howling's had to pace for the top 5 pretty much every single round so far, but sometimes luck hasn't gone his way. But let's see, can Shea do anything about Jack? Currently 15 points in the lead of the championship. If it stays like this, it'll drop to 11. Finley's just lost touch to these 3 in front, now a second behind. But if any of these 3 make a huge mistake, he's in prime position to take advantage of it. And Shea's also going to be careful of track limits.
And we have 4 warnings. And it's so easy to do at this chicane. He's probably being very careful now here, because it's so easy to do. If you just clip a little bit on the exit or one of the white lines on the left, it's just completely depletes you and you will get a warning. As Jack's just picked up another one, and he's only 1 warning away now. If any one of these riders get one, it will just demote them straight down to P4, no matter which position they finish in here. So 1 lap to go when they cross the line.
Oh, Jack's wide.
Yep, gaps are raised still, but Shea is ever closing up to Jack, and Craig looks like he could be on course for his first win here in quite some time. We say quite some time since the second round. So 2 rounds to go. He didn't win last round, unfortunately. Oh,
Aaron and Q Game have come down. I
together.
think Q Game was rejoining the circuit at Melbourne Loop after crashing, and I think Aaron's been caught up in an incident.
That's never good.
And Boosted takes the final points position for now. Could we see a Max Biaggi Noriki Haga moment into the final corner between Shea and Jack Berman? Or can Shea attack now into McLean's?
But Jackie's going to try and get the cut back. No, he can't.
Shea using the extra corner speed and grip, and he is through into second place.
Yeah, they're both on 4 warnings, so they can't afford to do anything stupid, like collision-wise either. Otherwise, they will just get a warning and it will all go wrong.
So down towards the foggy S's. Shea just looks a lot more confident. He's absolutely nailed that.
Yeah. I think he might have it here as long as he doesn't break too late. Oh, Shea's run wide.
I just don't think it'll be enough. The two prisoners get fighting Aaron round the outside. That's a lovely move.
Into the final corner they go. Shea's run wide again.
Jack's going to send it. Jack's going to send it. Oh, he just can't quite do it. So Craig is your victor. Shea holds off Jack for second, and Finley rounds at the top 4. I think Hallam will take 5th. There's a battle going on between the Aprilias. Aaron's just overtaken Boosted at the foggy S. He's down towards the Melbourne Loop.
All Boosted's wide.
Yeah, Aaron I think's got this in the bag. Howland's crossed the line for 5th. I think Nelson will take 7th. Oh, Q Game has invented a new... Aaron's gone straight up the final corner. I do not believe it. It was his for taking. He's just granted his teammate the last points paying position.
And he stopped going across... Oh no, goes Kato anyway.
And Midmon will be the last across the line.
Very messy race.
So, Craig takes his first sprint victory of the season. The first time he's won a sprint where he hasn't led from the word go. Shea takes 2nd place, Jack Berman 3rd, Finley's 4th, and Howland rounds at the top 5 after a very chaotic opening few laps. Nelson ends up taking 6th after Amia's penalty. Booster was 8th, Q Gamer 9th, Aaron after his mistake in the final corner was 10th. Midmon 11, and Ghost, who had a mammoth amount of penalties, finished in 12th.
Oh my god, how on earth is he... How many penalties did he get? Because he only finished like 8 seconds. I think he finished like 6 seconds in front of Midmon, so he must have had about 6 long laps. Oh my god, what did he cause that race?
We'll have to go back and see. Obviously, Minato holds the record for the most long laps in a race at 7, which is 21 seconds.
Oh
so we'll see.
God.
It could be a possible new record.
Oh my god, that is something.
Very impressive, all for the wrong reasons, but still impressive.
And we have to bear in mind as well, that was a sprint race as well. That was half the distance.
True.
Wow. I've never seen anything like it. Oh my god. Well then, that was entertaining. I can't believe how many penalties finished 1 minute behind. That is... Oh my god. Hopefully he doesn't cause us any problems this race, but I'm not surprised after seeing what he done to Nelson, because that was just... Wow. What will the main race bring? I mean, if it's raining, then it's just going to cause even more drama.
So we like to see. These races are never short of drama, mostly.
Oh, for sure not. So then, we're ready to go again, and it's 15 laps this time. And if it's raining, it's going to be the 15 laps of hell. And I really hope it is raining, because we need one now. We need a wet race.
We do a wet race
in the last season and a half. Is it going to be?
Let's see if the East Midlands skies can deliver us some wet weather.
Yes,
we can.
It is.
It's raining. It's full wet. Is it full wet conditions? Yeah, it is. We have been blessed by the milestone gods.
Oh my god! It's the first wet rainy main race.
The turns have tabled.
In MCL history, this is gonna be... Oh my god. It had to be Donington as well, it had to be.
You can always rely on the great British weather.
Oh god. 15 laps of absolute hell this is gonna be.
It's that fine rain that soaks you through.
Now, we need a quick debrief here. Looking at rain results in the past, I'd say
Jack
my
Berman.
favourite going into this race is Jack Berman.
Now, I think now Aaron usually is good in wet weather and usually does practice, but I questioned had he done any wet practice, and he went no.
Yeah.
And
I
now knowing
think Jack is gonna
Donington,
be the favourite, huh?
now I think your crash points are you're going to be turn 1, turn 8, and the final 2 corners. Everywhere else you can sort of navigate. I think all the fast flowing corners you can sort of navigate because you just have to be careful. The fact that if nobody's done any wet practices, be perfect.
Well, if you remember, Shay said in the party just before the race he's done 5 minutes, so don't have
It's
much
better
to
than
go off.
better than none. I tell you, just having a small understanding of the weather conditions is better than none at all.
Right,
I'll tell you what, there'll be
we're
some
just waiting
riders
for Boost
rubbing
and
their
Finley
hands.
and then
If they have practice.
Oh my god. Right, we need to be on it now with the stewarding because this is going to be. I'll watch the back of the grid at the start, and then you can watch the front. Just try and catch as many incidences because it's going to be messy. Oh my god, this is just. I don't think the riders expected this going into today. I mean, they should have done because it's Donington, but hey, these things can happen. Just waiting for Finley and Howling, and we will get the action under and away. Predictions on how many red flags?
All 3.
We're thinking of how restart.
I guarantee. Finley's just told us last 2 times at Donington he's finished 2nd and 3rd in the wet conditions. Let's see if he continues that.
We're ready to go, and here we go. Because
Now,
this is gonna
I'm
be.
fully expecting some. Now, it's gonna be aggressiveness versus tentativeness into turn 1. Those who are too aggressive could lose the front and wipe out a load of people. So we're just gonna put our faith in everybody's abilities and sensibleness to keep it on 2 wheels.
I swear you'll never see anything like it, as it's 5 red lights. And away we go, and Howland's jumped the start in the worst possible manner ever.
To go into turn 1 for the first time, it's Aaron Jacko who leads the way. And everybody's got through. I mean, Ghost has gone straight on. There's a Aprilia 1-2. As he'll file through down Craner curves now. Hold your breath. As the camera angles look completely awful. Jack Berman's 6th. Oh, Mia's down. He's off the front of the old hair. Finished the first proper crash.
That's the track is Finley.
That's Finley. It's 3, 4,
There's a
4. Oh.
I think they're Q Gamers off the track.
Q Gamers and Josh Brooks, but he stayed on. So it's look at all these
And
Aprilias. Oh, Min1 is off the track as well. Rejoining in a safe manner though, thankfully. So Aaron leads the way.
Oh, as Nelson's off the track.
Ghost is down.
Thatcher Scatty on the inside. Oh
Jack
my
Berman
god, it's just
straight into
chaotic.
2nd place. On the bricks
Nelson,
towards the foggy
he's just
Estes.
overtaken about 3 people into the chicane.
Oh, and Booster's gone straight in at Foggies. And Shay now moves into 5th place, and now into 4th place and Boosted. Oh my god, both of them sending up the inside of Craig into the Melbourne Loop.
No, they hit Craig! Oh my god!
I have no idea how no one went down there. Finley says thank you very much.
Oh
Good.
my god.
Just trying to stick with the right person is impossible here.
Aaron's off in the final corner!
No, and Booster's down as well! Both are pretty having stinkers at the final corner. Jack Berman inherits the lead. Nelson's down to 3rd, on the brakes, down into turn 1 for the 2nd time. Nelson completely broke himself. Nelson's down.
Oh, and Amir's down as well. I mean, this is just.
Finley somehow found his way into 3rd place.
Oh. Oh my god, this is just. I mean, what less could you expect from a rainy race out of Donington Park?
Oh, and that's howling off the circuit as well.
Oh, is it? Man, Min1 and Boost have made contact, and Min1's down. Oh my god.
Well, the turns have officially tabled in the first lap and a half at Donington Park.
And as we were right so far, Jack leads the way, and he's got control, he's got clean air, and these are conditions that he's very suitable.
Oh, Q Game has gone down.
But we know, like I said, Aaron can do things too, and can Aaron maybe bring a fight too?
He's had his Yorkshire tea.
Bear in mind, Aaron has never ever won a race in Division 1 in anything.
Oh, but Finley's now got a great run out of Foggies. On the brakes into the Melbourne loop. Finley sends up the inside. Does the front end stick? It does, but...
Yeah, but Aaron's going to get the cut back and
lovely cut back. But Finley's going to get the cut back himself. It's a cut back on a cut back. Aaron just isn't quite comfortable into Goddard's. But I tell you, it's made it 6 this time. He managed to stay on the road. Meanwhile, your two championship leaders, Shea and Craig, 4th and 5th.
Nelson's dropped it in the final corner again.
Finley fastest lap of the race.
But we have to remember, anything could happen. A red flag could strike any moment, and I'm looking at this massive gag of riders in like seconds to like 6th. Look, you can actually it's first to 6th. I mean, if one of these riders crushing it hits a struck a
Finley almost joined the
I'm
Craner
getting
Club.
season 2 flashbacks at Matiki here. I mean, anything like that could happen at any given moment.
Oh, and Howland's again off the old hairpin.
I mean, expect the unexpected in these kind of races.
Yeah.
And Mir's off the track and he's crashed as well. And Minmon's off the track as well. So this is what we've been looking for, and Chaos is providing. There's still another 12 laps to go.
Yeah. 12 laps when you cross the line. Oh my, Aaron!
Aaron's got a massive slide, and he's not getting that stopped.
He's pushing, trying to hold on, but he's keeping on 2 wheels for now. The top 6 are the only ones to stay on 2 wheels at the moment, I think. I know I'm cursing someone here. I know it.
Whoa! And Aaron's got.
He's not lost that much time though. He's not lost that. I've cursed him. I do apologise, but he's only lost like a second.
That is. Is this what you do?
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff.
I think Howling's just struggling to get it stopped at corners where you need to trail brake. Because he keeps running wide at all those kind of corners.
Miles out of turn 1, and he's beached it in the gravel trap.
Does Howling run off at the old... So everything's starting to calm down a little bit now, I think.
Just a little bit.
Now we're going to see... Now Craig and Shea have been the fastest riders so far this season. Let's see
Finley with the
how they are...
fastest lap too.
Yeah. Let's see how Craig and Shea can adapt to these conditions as the race progresses. But Craig just hitting the inside curve, just throwing him a bit wide.
I will mention it again, Jack has not won a race this season so far, despite sitting 3rd in the championship, and Finney's wide, he's going straight on. That's his first track limit warning of the race, but Shea, crucially, is already on 4, and if he gets one more, it will be a 3-second penalty. And that will drop him down to 6th place, I don't know, because Howland's got one, but it'll drop him down to 5th.
So the gap from 1st to 6th is roughly, well it was very close, but Howland's completely blown the final corner, the penultimate corner. Oh, and Craig's had a big lock up on the rear into Goddard's, and now Aaron's right on his back wheel. Oh, Howland's lost the front. He's lost the front into the final corner. Now promotes boosted into 6th place. So, what's the gap between all the top 5? About 2 seconds, give or take.
The gaps are very stable right now, but Aaron's looking strong here. Despite the crash, he is still only like 3 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds, 2.5 to 3 seconds. Shea with the fastest lap of the race. So the conditions are starting to come towards Shea. It's a long race, so you just got to play it well. As goes in the voice chat, so you must be very angry about something. Oh, Craig's wide. He's gone off the track at Coppis, and that's going to allow Aaron Jacko to move into 4th place.
Yeah, that's what Shea done on lap 1. But it's very easy to do.
Especially at Blind Crest and Donington the wet. Before the resurfacing anyway used to be an ice ring. I think these days it's okay.
Nelson catching up to his teammate now, see if he can outperform his teammate this weekend.
So we've just reached the first third of the race. Aaron
Flying
Jacko.
off. He's on flying off the track into the turn one.
He just had the fastest lap of the race, and Aaron has decided he wants to visit the fans at Redgate.
Yeah. Not loads of riders close together, really.
So Aaron's giving it a lot.
He's on the grass. Oh my god, out of turn 6 and almost really throwing it down the drain there. And the
so we are going to have a battle for 6th here.
Are struggling here.
Yep.
And Q Gamer Booster, the two that have struggled this season, but you know they're currently sitting in their respective 6th and 7th place right now, so not doing too bad of a job here.
And Finley's just closed the gap down to Jack to under 4 tenths of a second.
Jack's a little bit wide there. I feel like Finley almost went too tight, broke a little bit too early then, so he's actually ended up losing time out of it.
Just having a quick check of the tyre situation. Ooh, Finley's a bit hot into Redgate, but he's stayed on.
Actually, talking about tyres, I need to check what tyres everyone's on. I didn't really do that.
Softs. I think everyone's on softs. Everyone's on softs, from what I know.
Check, And yeah, everyone is on softs, as expected.
So tyre wear for between Jack and Finley anyway, not that much different. I think Jack just has to you're looking at a percent at minimum better. Yeah. So it's not going to be that much of a difference at this stage of the race.
But here comes Nelson on boosted her, and he's going to try and send up the inside, and he's got it done. And there's 4 riders really close together here, and I hope one of them doesn't crash.
Nelson with the fastest lap of the race.
Oh wow!
Aaron's gone down a coppice.
Oh. I'd be interested to see if that lap's like an actual
Q Gamer's gone as well.
No way. I'd like to see if that's a fully legal lap as well. I'm not accusing of it not being one, but if it is, then that's very promising.
Yeah, Nelson's not afraid to push it in the wet conditions. Well, he's not afraid to push it in all conditions, but wouldn't surprise me maybe if it did encounter a little bit of a corner caught in the foggy S's, but I hope not. Hopefully it's an actual, rapid lap by Nelson.
So it's a Bowman 1-2. And if I'm right, I could be wrong here, but at Chang in the sprint they finished 1-2, right? Or...
Yes, they did, but the way round.
So they're repeating that again in probably the most... You could argue this is some of the most difficult conditions on the game, on one of the most difficult tracks.
Yeah, so, maybe a wet coat is probably the hardest you can imagine.
Somehow.
Yeah.
One of those. But it's definitely not easy, that's for sure.
See the Yamaha of Nelson's bike just skating over the whole track. Oh, Moose has gone down at the whole hairpin. Amir Tifa's gone down again.
Yeah, VR46 are having a very tough day here, but I'm surprised. I mean, you see the 2 championship favourites at the moment at the front with Shea and Craig, they're not the ones who are actually on the fastest pace right now. It definitely does seem like Jack and Finley have got more than them. They continue to open up the gap, and I think the problem for Shea right now is that he's been on 4 track limit warnings for a very, very long time, for about 4 laps now. So he's obviously having to probably be more careful in that manner, respectively. So
Nelson
he's not doing a bad job, but can he hang on another 7 laps without getting another warning? Is the question. I mean, it's not going to be easy. If he does, then fair play, but I can't see it happening.
Nelson just going straight on with the foggy S's, and now he's lost the front at Melbourne Loop. Very to do in. For the first time in this race, Jack Berman's extended his gap at the front to over a second.
I mean, in these conditions, literally anything could happen, and we've seen so many crashes, and then there's you go, cue another one. It's like an average or a crash every 30 seconds almost.
And Craig has lost. Oh, Aaron's down again.
Oh, no way.
And also, Craig has lost a lot of time to Shea, so Craig must have made a big mistake somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe the final corner.
Yeah.
So that's just giving Shea a little bit of a chance to breathe. Being home third place is important. Beating the guy second in the championship and the reigning champion.
Yeah, it's all been quite calm in the last few laps. Something I will note, Shea is the only rider so far this season to still finish on the podium in every race. You can say the same for Jack in every race that he's actually finished.
Yeah.
But, as for Shea, he's the only one who's finished on the podium in every race. But depending if he gets the 3-second penalty or not, that could change. And Craig has actually caught Shea about half a second this lap since the mistake. And you look at the time Craig just gained there. Down to 2 seconds. And it was about 2.6 when he made the mistake, 2.7, so Craig might have better pace than Shea here. And Boost is down again. So more and more crashes. It's unsurprising really, it was inevitable that this was going to happen, and I think if he was to get a wet main race this season, this is probably the one you'd want it to be at, because it just provides that carnage that you just want.
Yep. Craig, I don't know what's happened, but he's flipped a switch, and all of a sudden he's gained about 1.3 seconds or something like that.
He's gained on a championship rival here, and he beat him in a sprint race. And if he wants to ensure his title charge is back on here, Craig, he probably needs to outscore Shea here today, because I know this is a round where he was probably faster than him going into it. So I think Craig he'll want to beat Shea here just to show that he can really still fight for this championship.
When they crossed the line, we would have finished the second third of this race with 5 laps to go.
Min running the points as well. He's not scored points in a main race this. Oh, I don't think has he scored points this season. I don't think he has in a main race.
Not.
I'll double check now.
He might have done on DNS maybe, but.
Oh no, in round 1 he did.
Yeah, he would have done in round 1. That makes the most sense because quite a few people left the race. We'll say.
No, in the last 4 races we've done, he's
down again.
It's really not going too well for him now. But yeah, Minwa's not scored points in the last 2 rounds, so it looks like he's on course to do so this week. So well done to him.
I'm just trying to keep an eye on the gap between Craig and Nelson, because that'll give us a gauge whether Nelson's fastest lap actually was a rapid lap, or maybe he did have a bit of an off-track excursion which allowed him to gain a bit of time.
Nelson's also on 4 track limit warning, so he needs to be careful too. But all the gaps over a second between the riders, so no close battling as it stands. And Amir's down again, so the VR46, I mean, it's gone from
You're going to get
bad
lapped
to
at this
worse.
stage.
Yeah. Goes KDR's only going into the Melbourne hairpin now, and the leaders are just going into the S's almost.
Craig's got the gap under a second now. He's applying the pressure to Shea.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got the pace here, and it's just a matter of when he can make the move. But Shea, he's done so well respectively. He's been on 4 warnings since about lap 4. Oh, and goes KDR's stopped at turn 1, is in the gravel, and I think Amir's disconnected, or he's quit.
Oh, Craig. I think Craig had a big vibration heading in towards the final corner and had to take it quite straight.
Yeah, I think Amir's just closed his application. I don't think that's a disconnect. He kept on crashing and then left. So I think that will go down as a rage quit still, because he crashed and goes KDR's high side again, and he's going to get lapped in. He's going to need to get out of the way of these guys. I mean, at least he's not quitting. This is what most people do, so I'm glad he's not.
I don't know whether Finley's got some late race pace or Jack's turned it down a little bit, whichever way round it is. But Finley's the gap's gone from 1.4 to 7 tenths over a few laps. So
and Finley, I mean, he won a sprint race this season, but when the last time he won a main race was, we said that 38 weeks ago at Chang. So, oh, Jack's on the gravel. He's on the grass and he's made a mistake. And he's thrown away the lead of this race. And Finley takes the lead. And if he does win this race, it will be his first main race win in 40 weeks, almost a whole year.
He took a victory at Silverstone.
And Jack has not won a main. He's not won a main race this season. Any race this season.
Yeah, but Finley, he won the other British Grand Prix that we've done. It was the first ever race of what was Volgas then. He won it via a long penalty, admittedly.
Look at Craig's gap.
Yeah, and Shea's got a long lap. Shea's got a long lap now.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, it is inevitable.
So Craig, he can just sit behind Shea, but sometimes you ride a bit too slow, that can cause you to have a
because
mistake.
He could be a threat from Nelson.
Yes, true. Nelson hasn't lost time. Nelson's keeping up with Craig's pace, so Nelson's an active pace.
Shea needs to get moving there, as he could be demoted down to 5th place. He's only got 8 tenths in his pocket here.
Oh, he's on the curb as well.
The fastest lap. Nelson's taken the fastest lap.
Yeah, so the Yamahas, they've had some pace, just unfortunately made a few too many errors.
Goes K-Dale's on the grass here, but I think he's letting them through. So, yeah, he's done the right thing here. Just letting these riders go through here. So, good to see that he's carrying on, but he's not going to disrupt these riders' race. So, fair play to him. As he now continues on, and he's opened up in a clean space, and he has rejoined sensibly. So I respect him for that. Let's
see, does Craig just sit behind Shea, or will he think maybe a warning could get taken off?
Craig could easily get another one in, and like you say, I think Shea may have a warning removed for whatever, and Aaron's down against it. It's going really badly now, but yeah, Craig could easily get 2 warnings here. So I think he'll still want to make an overtake just for security reasons, otherwise, because he does not know the exact situation of Shea here, and we've not seen loads either, so you can't really judge.
So we're about to start the penultimate lap of this race, and Nelson has closed in by about half a second, so he's 3.3, about 3.3 seconds behind Shea here, so Shea's got to be careful, he might finish 5th here.
Yep, and it's not what he needs for his championship fight, and I will repeat this again, he's finished on the podium in every single race so far this season, but that looks like that could be coming to an end today. And Craig, his championship rival, his closest one, is set to reel in a lot of points here, and if Shea's to finish 5th and Craig's to finish 3rd here, this weekend that means Craig would have gained 7 points, and the gap will be down to 8 points in the championship. So, good progress from Craig this weekend, it's what he really needed to do. But he's still got another 2 laps to manoeuvre here.
She's put in a very good first sector.
Yeah, he's responded, and it's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to, I think he'll want a P4 here. But, I mean, if he can pull away enough, he can still get P3. But
he's wide, he's wide, he's wide!
Oh my god!
He's pushing to the limit, and he's all the rear spun as well. He's trying his best to pull out the gap. He knows the situation he's got. Oh, Nelson's picked up a penalty anyway, so Shea's going to finish in 4th at worst.
And Shea picked up another warning anyway, so the chances of a long up being removed now could be quite unlikely, and Craig might just be guaranteed a 3rd place.
Yeah, I think Craig might just be going, okay, I'll finish 4th on track, but take home 3rd place on the timing screen.
For the championship, I thought Finley ran really wide at the final corner then, but he didn't. But these 2 at the front, they've definitely been the fastest 2. I mean, I know they haven't got the fastest lap, but they've been consistent and fast. And they've just got 1 more lap to do, and Finley has got 1 second advantage over his brother. And we saw a Marquez double today, because he Berman double today too.
Yeah, it happened 2 weeks. Ironically, happened 2 weeks ago as well, the last Berman double. So maybe it's just when the real GPs are on.
Yeah. I don't want to. Jack's made a mistake there, so I think Finley's just got to bring this home, and his first main race win in 40 weeks. I mean, it's been long in coming.
Craig's got through on Shea. Shea's made a mistake somewhere.
Oh.
Didn't notice that.
Just noticed Craig. Fine anyway, because Nelson's got a penalty now anyway.
Well, she must be turn 1. But Finley, he hasn't won since, what was it, the Chang?
Yeah, he didn't win since Chang, and then before that it was at
Le Mans. So yeah, I remember that race. The race where he had no front tyre at the end of the race and just about held on to victory.
But today it looks like it's going to be his day. He's not crashed.
Oh, you don't say that. Do not say that. With the two most dangerous corners heading up now into the Melbourne Loop for the final time, he navigates that just about all right. One more corner, God as it is. Turn 13 or 12, depending on.
He's taking it so
very gingerly, and Finley is going to take his first main race victory in a long time. Finley perfection.
He'll be really, really happy with himself after
Jack
that.
Berman another podium place, firing in the consistency there. Craig taking
takes
third.
Shea loses his podium streak, and Nelson with an impressive P5 there, and Howland with the fast lap. I mean, I'd like to see if Nelson and Howland's laps were actually valid or not, but if they were, then fair enough.
Well, Nelson never lost pace with Craig, so I'd assume he must have had some pace. Hugh Gamer is going to be 7th. He's going to be the top of Aprilia. Boosted is 8th. Minmon is 9th. Aaron is 10th. Aaron, the potential was so there, but just too many mistakes has cost him today.
Yeah.
And Aaron's left very early, so we will finish 10th. So, Finley takes his first victory, was it 40 weeks? Did you say?
Yes.
So that's
a very long time.
A long time. about 300.
Second main race
about 280. About 280 odd days ago. His brother Jack takes second.
Main race win this whole game.
Yeah. Craig takes third. Shea has his first non-podium finish in 4th, but it's 4th place, so it's the best worst place you can be. Nelson takes his first top 5 of the season in 5th. Howling in 6th. With how much faster they are than Finley and Jack, I'm assuming there must have been some form of corner cut involved. Hugh Gamer in 7th, Boosted in 8th, Mimon in 9th, Aaron 10th, Ghost in 11th, and Amir Tahifa rounds out the field in 12th.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the fastest laps now, and like I say, Howling has got half a second over everyone. That can't be valid. And Nelson with 3 tenths over all the front runners too, so I would be very interested if these laps were valid. I mean, Nelson was fast, but you have to see if these laps are actually valid, because that is considerably faster considering where they finished. So we'll have to see. But we've got interviews now. I don't mind what we do, but we'll have 3 to do today. So.
I'll do 3 in 1. You can do 2, maybe.
Okay, sounds good.
So, Craig, victory in the sprint, and importantly, you beat Shea in the main race. You've closed the gap down now to 11 points. So, important job here today. How satisfied are you with your work?
Happy about it. The quali was a bit, weird. Towards practicing for today, the bike kept feeling really heavy, so I actually wasn't able to feel comfortable as I had felt throughout the last few days. The sprint was amazing. Obviously, Shea made a mistake, so I don't know if he would have actually won the race. Our pace is quite similar, but I did not enjoy that race one bit. I just pray we don't have a wet race again soon. Jack and Finley, they had obviously amazing pace. They were just gone. We just knew they were going to do that, because even in practicing, them two just disappear when it's wet weather, or even in like the quali practice, they're just fast. I think Shea was struggling just as much as me, but he had obviously multiple warnings, so I could see he was trying to be careful. And at one point into the final corner, when I was braking into the final corner, I was on the curb on the outside, and that caused the bike to lock up, so I had to carry on into the grass, and I think I ended up like 3.5 seconds down. And I can see Shea was struggling that much, because I closed in literally straight away within like 2 laps. Nelson seemed to have decent pace. I don't know how legit his laps were, but I think he was doing 30.9, then 30.8, then 30.6. So I wonder if Nelson's been practicing for the wet. Overall, obviously, I'm happy to take a few points away from Shea. Would have been better if Nelson could have jumped him. But yeah, shout out to Jack and Finley, and unlucky to Shea in the main race. But well done everyone on their podiums.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, one more thing. Yeah. Vitar, what happened to your friend? That's it. That's what I'm saying. But thank you anyway.
Okay, so well done. You've closed the gap in the championship, just what you needed
Thank
to
you.
do. And now we move on to the second place rider in Jack Berman.
Yes, Jack, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
So, it was all going so well for you. You led from, I want to say, lap 1 to lap 12 or 13, so you led. It's probably 75% of the race. It was all going very swimmingly for you. Out of the top 4, you had the fastest lap. You looked like you had the strongest pace, but you struggled at the end and you made a small mistake at Coppice. So you ran off the track, and these things can happen in these treacherous conditions. And it's unfortunate, but you picked up P2. Unfortunately, not a win today. Still not a win this season so far, but it looks like it's coming. You definitely improved in the last few rounds, and I think the progress is there. So how was your feelings after this race?
Yeah, finally I had a good qualifying session. So I was obviously I was able to fight with the guys at the front, which I haven't really managed to do all season just because of how bad my qualifying's been. So it was nice. I kept pace with Craig in the sprint race as well. But in the drive, my pace was good, but it wasn't as good as Craig's, obviously. So I was happy that I was able to keep with him. And then going into the main race, obviously it's wet. Yeah, pretty good in the wet, pretty decent in the wet. So that's my first wet run. I didn't do any practice on I think shade on a little bit. But yeah, I had to be careful, but at the same time take some risks. And I got into the lead, and it was difficult in the first lap when I was in the lead because obviously I didn't know where to brake. I think Finney was about a second quicker than me when he got into second. But then he slowly built into the race, and I was so consistent, like really consistent for the wet. I think that if I won this race, it's probably my best ever win I got, just in terms of consistency and warnings. But yeah, my pace was really, really strong, and I think everyone had decent pace. I don't know how legit Howland's lap is, but my pace was really consistent. And towards the end, I started to drop off just a tiny little bit, and Finn obviously managed to catch back up. And then I made a little bit of a mistake because I wasn't really paying attention. And then yeah, I just didn't really want to make too many mistakes, so I just settled for second. But it would be better if I won because it would have been a perfect race from the get-go, but I think I gained points in on Shea, which is all that really matters at the moment. So yeah, it's I'm starting to practice a bit more, and obviously the results are showing I'm good in the wet. But yeah, well done to Finley on the win, and unfortunate for Craig and Shea that they couldn't have that slight, like their pace was good, but they if they had more consistency, it probably would be better for them. It's unfortunate, but yeah, shout out to Yamanaka, shout out to his poor performance today, but he just told me he was just warming up, he was for America, so no doubt he'll probably win every single race of the season left. Yeah, shout out to Salach as well, just unfortunate today. Marcos Ramirez just a bit overall good day, not good day for GP terms, but good race, and yeah, very happy to pull back these points.
Yeah, so well done. Very consistent running so far. Let's see if you can get your first win in the next round.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yep,
And now
well
we
done, Jack.
move on to the victor. Finley, it's been 40 weeks, so roughly about 280 odd days since your last GP victory. You said before the race you felt good because you've had a second and third before, and you've gone one better. And you've taken victory, so that means this season you would have taken you've got 100% record at the British Grand Prix. So, how does that feel?
It was amazing, absolutely amazing. I knew as soon as I saw it was wet. I messaged Jack and I said it's our time because I believe it's because we were born about 30 seconds away from the sea. Is why we're so very, very good in the wet. Obviously, I just feel really comfortable in the wet. The sprint race was surprisingly, I didn't quite have the pace in the dry to match Craig, Jack and Shea, but over the rest of the guys, sort of the gaps, it was pretty big. But in the wet, as soon as it was wet, my laps were so consistent. I think all my laps were like within 3/10 of each other for the whole race. As soon as I set my fastest lap, and we just kept moving forwards from there. Flying a little bit more towards the end of the race when I saw I was catching Jack. He made a mistake, which is unlucky for him, and unlucky to Craig and Shea today. A little bit further behind, but I know they're not the fans of the wet. third and fourth for both of them is good. I'd like to dedicate this win to my sister, who she got some bad news this morning, so just let her know that I love her. And we keep moving forwards now, and hopefully we can carry on this form.
Yeah, so well done, and hope your sister can get some better news soon.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's been it for round number 4. We'll be back next week with round number 5, which is Motegi.
So another track where there could be a lot of wet weather.
Yeah.
I love
as
Motegi.
seen in the past, and I know Finley likes that track a lot. So actually, the chance of Finley doing a back-to-back main race win, or both races win next week, is quite high. So we have to see how he performs there.
Yep. So that's been it for round number 4 of the championship. 11 points separates the top two, 24 for Jack Berman and 40 for Finley. So they've got some work to do in the second half of the season, but never say never. We do also have the Mystery GP coming up in a fortnight's time. It won't be a fortnight's time, because that's when the US GP's on, isn't it? So it'll be the weekend, 3 weeks time. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that chaotic race. Finally, we've had a wet race. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.